Hello and good morning, everyone. Good morning, beautiful community. Wherever you're tuning in from all over the world, I want to welcome you to this morning edition of Wealthsecrets Mindset Mentorship class. Ladies and gentlemen, no doubt this is one of Africa's most foremost, fastest growing mentorship and mindset class. Ladies and gentlemen, this class will watch the tremendous growth and impact in the lives of many people all across the world, especially here in Africa. All right, we are about to get started with today's teaching, and we started with an awesome, interesting topic titled How to Become More Valuable in the Marketplace 2.0. Now, a lot of teaching by great mentors all across the world, they've talked about how to become more valuable in the marketplace. But here, we now try to upgrade it and make it how to become more valuable 2.0 in the marketplace 2.0. All right, I just want you to quickly join me as we digress further in today's teaching class of Wealthsecrets Mindset Mentorship Mastermind class. All right, it's your regular host, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. We started yesterday talking about, how to become more valuable in the marketplace. We're able to evaluate some key element to helping us to become more valuable. So today we're going to be building up more on what we started yesterday. And then today we will continue by first saying a successful person or somebody of high value, of high character, to become somebody of high value, of high character, somebody that really want to win the respect of many out there. You have to also know that you have to really be mindful of timing. So timing is everything, like they say. Timing is like a capital. That's what Jim Rohn said. He said you have to be careful of how you spend your time, ladies and gentlemen. Being on this amazing mastermind mentorship class this morning is a sign of you using your time very well. And I can tell you guys, when you are able to use your time in the right place, you're getting value for your time. Remember, to become somebody of high character, to become somebody of high value in life, timing is something you have to work with. You're not going to be everywhere at the same time, but you know that your time is your. You have to be mindful of how you spend your time. Time is like a capital. Of course, you're not going to let somebody come steal your capital. You're not going to let somebody take money from you. Somebody taking money from you or stealing from you is as a result of somebody stealing your time. So how do you protect it? And how are you going to be mindful of that timing? We've taught on time management, and I think we're going to be talking more deeper on time management. But for the purpose of today's class, we are going to be telling you that to become somebody of high character, to become somebody of high value, timing is something you have to work around. Ladies and gentlemen, how could you want to say you want to really get to achieve a certain set of goals and yet timing is separated from the things you do? Guys, guess what? You can't separate timing, because timing is like our good God. Remember, the God Almighty, the maker, the creator of heaven and earth himself, he has timing for creating the world. There is a time where God said, let there be light. There is a time where God said, let there be, let there be light, let there be this, let there be that, let there be this. And he worked this thing, and he is somebody that minds his timing. All right. So we are a reflection of our maker, which is God. So for us, or in order for us to really have the same like mind or the same thing, the way God thinks, all right, timing is something we really need to work around. If there's a time you need to do anything, you have to work around it. That's why they say there's a time that we came into this world, and there's going to be a time that we're also going to be departing this world. All right. So timing, ladies and gentlemen, is something that I really hope that you will look into. If there's a way you have been spending your time and you're not spending it the right way, you're not getting value for your time, I can tell you It's a sign that you're not going to be able to become somebody of high purpose. It's a sign that you're not going to be somebody of high character. It's a sign that you're not going to be of somebody of, somebody that can win respect of others. So you want to set a meeting, you have to be there. Wherever you are, be there at a time. Let somebody know that for you to get my time, you have to prove it to me. I scheduled a time for a particular meeting, then let me be there. In fact, be there. Let's erase that mentality of African time. It doesn't help us. It doesn't make us to achieve, and it doesn't help us to get better after all. Have you ever seen the way the people in the Western world behaves? When they schedule a time, time is time. Thank God for something that is helping us to change this mentality lately, which is Zoom. Right now, we don't have time to go out there for most physical meetings. But guess what, guys? People are getting into Zoom presentation at about the same time. Though some people still came quite late thinking that they're still going to be African time. But I think we should give kudos to the Zoom presenters or that Zoom guy that came about the idea of Zoom, because it's helping to change our orientation, our mentality here in Africa. So guys, let's work with time. Somebody that is that is goal-driven is somebody that is time conscious. You have to know that my time must be utilized in the appropriate way. If you don't spend your time in the appropriate way or very well, it's as a result of you losing money. The way I told myself most often is that I tell myself, Afolabi, time is money. Time is money. So I charge my brain, I charge my mind that time is money. It's like we're getting started with this amazing class every single day. Can you imagine we sticking to this time? Can you imagine we not being able to put together this mentorship class? Because by the special grace of God, we're going to be entering our 9th month any moment from now, in this week, before this weekend. So it's something that we have actually scheduled, and we look at it and say, you know what, we're going to make this thing happen. We have a goal. 9 a.m. West African time is the normal time. And guess what? Because we value your time. Likewise, we also value our own time. So for us to be able to go about our activities or focus on other things that is of high value or something that could help us to actually make us to become somebody of high character. All right, guys, timing is everything. In fact, this word, the success that you're gonna be achieving, or the kind of success you're going to experience in this year, will be as a result of your timing. So I want to encourage you this morning. If you have been lagging out there and you are looking at, oh man, I don't think I can do this. Yeah, I want you to start planning your time. I want you to start using your time very well. I want you to start telling that person, for you to deserve my time, you got to prove it to me. When you schedule the meeting, be there. If I be there 5 minutes before the time, you can actually walk it. If you know the traffic in Lagos, all right, you can walk around it and say, I'm going to be there, and maybe few minutes before the time, so you don't get caught off with traffic. It happens to me too. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm walking around and I'm getting better, because timing is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Be there. Whenever you are called for something or for a meeting, be there. Prove it and check those people that called you for that meeting and say, I'm there before you guys. You have to show me that my time is well appreciated and you guys deserve my time. All right? Let somebody, by checking on them, you are making them to become better. By checking on them, you're making them to also change in their own mentality, in their own lifestyle. And eventually, they might perceive it as wrong at the first time, but guess what? You're also helping them. So timing is very key to become somebody of high value, to become somebody of high purpose. Guys, guess what? High character. Timing is inevitable, all right? And you have to work on it as soon as possible. Another one I want to share with us this morning is that we need to also be activity kind of person. We need to be a kind of activity kind of person. You see, both timing and activity, they are something that you can is separable. You cannot separate both of them, all right? Because you have to ensure that your activity is time bound. all the activities that you're doing is time bound. All right. You know you schedule this for 1 hour, stick to it, guys. All right. Because that activity you're doing at that moment, you probably have something else that you want to do. And somebody has something else that they want to do. Now, for example, you scheduled a particular meeting that is supposed to run for 15 to 20 minutes or maybe 25 minutes. Let that time stick, all right? Let that time stick. That activity, don't just be doing everything like I used to say, don't be a busybody, all right? Don't just say, you know, successful people are people that have activities around them. You know, don't never be perceived as if you are lazy or you don't have activity around you. You're never going to see no successful person without no better activity around them. They are always busy doing one thing or the other. Now, I woke up this morning, I was having a chat with Coach Dan on a particular thing that I found. And I said, Coach Dan, what's going to be your time? And he shared with me and he said, you know what? I already scheduled a meeting with somebody somewhere, but I'm going to call you to look at it. That is a success-driven person. That is somebody that you know that for you to get his time, he has activity around him. So your activity must be time-bound. It's very important. Your activity must be time-bound. You must work around the things you want to do and make sure you schedule time. You want to be on a call with somebody. You know that you have time. Don't just be there and talk for a long time. I'm not saying you can't talk for a long time. I'm not saying you can lose it out sometime. But what I'm saying is that if you truly know that you want to become somebody of high character, high value, then the kind of activity you do also tells, it shows by how you spend your time, where you go to, the kind of things you get yourself involved in every single day, the kind of, you know, everything that you do on a daily basis. Schedule your time, guys. Schedule your activities, you know, when you wake up in the morning. And that takes us to the step number 3 this morning, all right? That takes us to step number 3 on how to become somebody of high value. Guys, you got to be a go-getter, all right? You got to be a go-getter. I have never seen somebody of high value in the marketplace, somebody well respected, or rather you call it a successful person that is not a go-getter. Guys, how can you even say that you're not going to be a go-getter? Have you seen anybody that is not a go-getter and yet the person is successful? No, I don't think I've seen that person. They have goals. They are goal-driven persons. They are goal-driven individuals, personalities. They have everything when they wake up in the morning. They already have their activities scheduled out every single day. And we said it here, have a journal, right? Have a journal for the things you do every day, all right? Don't just wake up and say, this is where I'm going. Let's have a journal. Schedule your time, all right? Have a goal. Short-time goal, the long-range goal. Have both of them. What kind of goal do you set for yourself this morning that you want to achieve? What are the activities you put in around yourself that you will put in both timing and then you want to make sure that you execute it? I am a growth-driven person. In fact, I tell myself, Afolabi, I'm a go-getter. If you know me very well, whatever I set my hands on, I try as much as possible to push into the letter and get to the bottom of it. That is a goal-driven person, all right? Don't just start halfway and then quit. Quitters never win. Quitters are never successful persons. Be a goal-driven person. There will be a time whereby it will all look like it's not all working, all right? That is normal. That is normal. It's like a season. Now we are entering the rainy season. You wake up in the morning, you're going to see the downpour of rain, all right? There is a season. Everything has season, all right? There's going to be a season. And that season, you need to know. The moment you understand that there's a season, it's just like somebody waking up in the morning and say, how come rain is falling in this time of the year? Hello, maybe you are not from this part of the earth. Maybe you're thinking you're from Jupiter or something. But as far as you are in this part of the earth, then you know that there is a rainy season because everything has time. God created everything. Be goal-driven person. Go for that thing. Don't quit. Know that everything that looks like this or that glitter is not gold. Sometimes gold is going to be there. Sometimes some persons are very close to their breakthrough, and at that point, they just quit on it. Sometimes some persons will just look and say, man, I've tried all I can, but guess what? I think I have to give up. After all, you see, don't give up. Don't give up, guys. Make sure whatever that has cost you to start that particular project, why not push it one more time? All right? Why not give it one more time try? Why not just look at it and say, I'm going to push it more? I mean, we have every reason to have quitted this program and not to push it further. But guess what? We look at the impact of this program in the lives of people, individuals all across the world, and we are feeling it like, wow, I think it makes more sense. All right, guys, in wrapping it up this morning, I will be talking about discipline. Oh my God, that is another crucial part. Somebody of high value, high purpose in life, they are disciplined. In fact, there is no success without discipline. You need to know that discipline is everything. You have to be disciplined to be able to achieve success. In order to be successful, you have to be disciplined. Every successful people or persons in life or individuals are the most disciplined people I've ever come across in my life. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. Now, I'll give you a little definition of discipline, right, which might guide you. Dennis Waitley once said that discipline is a foundation upon which every success is being built. Do you get that? It's a foundation upon which every success is being built. It's a lack of that discipline inevitably leads to failure. Is something to ponder over? Yes. It's a foundation upon which every success is being built. So without discipline, there is no success. Discipline is like the pillar to hold a building, a structure. You have to be disciplined, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be disciplined. Discipline, you cannot separate it from success. Because for you to achieve success, it means that you are disciplined. You want to go through it. You want to endure. You want to pass through that moment. I was telling myself and one of my partner, I was telling him, I said, I should point from the holy book that said, these two shall pass. I console myself with that thought in my mind every time when I'm going through some things that I know, because I'm human. I'll tell myself, man, these two shall pass. I say to my mind, my subconscious mind, these two shall pass. It's going to be once upon a time. And guess what? It's going to be the same once upon a time whereby our program will have really eaten deep, and a lot of people will be talking about it. I will say, Coach Dan, you remember we said these two shall pass. Guys, we are disciplined. To achieve that success, you got to be disciplined. So I want to encourage you this morning, whatever thing you're talking about or whatever thing you're going through, you have to be disciplined. We will talk more about that discipline tomorrow again in our mentorship class, all right? Because discipline is a subject on its own, which you and I, we need to understand it. How you should be disciplined, what it takes to be a disciplined person, and some of the build-up points on how to become most valuable person in the marketplace. All right, this is where we draw it a curtain this morning. And I hope you got value for your time always, as we've always been doing at this Mentorship Mindset Masterclass. I hope you go about your day putting this key point into practice. And we believe that by the time you do it, you will become one of the most valuable person in the marketplace. All right, thank you guys. This is where we draw it a curtain today. We hope to see you same time, same link on the same program tomorrow, 9 a.m. West African time. Do you know what we do on this class? That this is one of the Africa's most foremost, fastest growing mentorship class. And we are super excited of the impact of this class in the lives of people all across the world. And that's why we encourage you to be part of what we do. And we endorse you to subscribe, like, and share our YouTube page, and also comment in the comment section and tell us how we can also improve and get better, and also to impact more people all across the world. All right, it's your regular host, your friend, and your success partner, Dr. Afolabi Olatunji.